here. This is from Girl Next Door, from our very own garden expert, Carolyn Gracie. She brings us the Summerific hardy hibiscus bare roots because we want to escape to the tropics, even if we're not going away this year. If we're not going to a tropical oasis, we can have a tropical oasis in our own backyard.
Absolutely.
With the exquisite large 8-inch hibiscus flowers, saving over $9 today. This will be the lowest price that you're going to see it all season long. So today you can feel confident that you are making the best choice. Now, that's the pink right there, and that's called All Eyes on Me.
Mm-hmm.
The red sold out, but this pink is fabulous because it even has that red center, and there's only 900 to go around, and then we are sold out completely, and we started with 4,000 on the day.
Yeah.
And only
there,
900
on the
left.
season, way more than that. So,
yeah.
Listen, you guys, I had these on this morning with Pat, and they flew out. Hi, everybody. I'm Carolyn. Happy Mother's Day. So this is my hibiscus that will instantly transform your garden into a tropical oasis. And this is a hardy hibiscus. So you're getting a compact 3-by-3 foot plant. Most hibiscus get really ginormous. So if you have a smaller garden or you're only doing pots, they're too big. This one works in a pot or in the ground. But just because the plant is more compact, the flower power is huge. These blossoms get 8 inches big, and they overlap each other, so they almost look like a double bloom. And this is a hardy hibiscus, which means it can tolerate cold all the way down to zone 4, that's Minneapolis.
Oh, nice.
And all the way up to zone 9, which is Pasadena. So pretty much everywhere in the country, you're gonna have success with these. And the reason I say tropical is because look at the giant blooms, look at the dark foliage. They are just stunning. Rosina, this is the plant that everybody wants to get their picture taken in front of when you have a garden party.
Exactly.
Because they're just so gorgeous. And I'm going to steal from Philip Watson, my friend who has these all over his yard, and so do I. But he calls these a 60-mile-an-hour plant. That means when you're driving down the road at 60 miles an hour, you stop when you see these in somebody's yard because you're like, what are those?
You can't miss
You got to
it.
do a slow cruise
Truly,
by
truly.
so you can, you know, check them out. And they come to you like this. It's a bare root, so you're not planting a giant plant, but it gets this big in the second season. So what you're going to do is dig a hole that's twice this wide and deep, plant it up to the bottom of the stem. Leave this part sticking out of the ground. Soon you will see green leaves appearing. That's when you want to fertilize it. And then soon after the leaves appear, these take off. So by late July, you're going to have all these massive blooms through the fall. And then at the end of the fall season, when it starts to get really cold, you just trim the plant back down to this size again, leave it in the ground or in the pot. It can withstand winters to -30.
Wow.
And then come back in the summer again next year.
These are coming back. Can you imagine that every single summer?
And by the second summer, they're going to be their full size of 3-by-3, even maybe a little bit bigger if they're in the ground. But oodles of flowers. And I want, when we come back, those are the real ones you're seeing in the picture. 8 inches wide, double fluffy, beautiful. All Eyes on Me is the pink one with that beautiful red eye in the middle. If you were lucky enough to get the red ones earlier, come back for 20 bucks.
Yes.
My gosh, you guys, the original price on these was almost as much as you're spending on two now.
$30.
So these are really a fantastic opportunity. And again, you're going to get these back every year. Now, they are pest resistant. You know, most of your hibiscus are going to get covered with Japanese beetles and things like that. These are pest resistant. These are drought tolerant. These are disease resistant. So they're super low maintenance, you guys. And as Katie said, when a plant is new, you want to check on it every day, water it in when needed, water it every week. But once the roots establish in this plant, they are practically nothing on your part. Just fertilize every couple of weeks. They're drought tolerant, so you can plant them where the hose won't reach. You're fine.
And sun, full sun,
They love sunshine, but part sun is also fine.
Okay, that's good to know.
If you don't have, but they can take the hot sun. Partly sunny is good too. Just make sure that they're in a big enough pot. If you're going to put them in a pot, it needs to be about 18 to 24 inches wide, so like a big whiskey barrel.
And they will get no bigger than 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah,
3x3.
Yeah, almost maybe a little bit closer to 4. But most hibiscus with blooms this big, they're really big. They're like 6-foot tall plants.
Right.
So if you don't have a big space in front of your house or in your garden, or you want to put everything in a pot now, they're too big.
Yep.
And these are not the hibiscus you see now at like the big box stores, the garden stores, in rows and rows of pots. Those are tropical. Those are annuals. And the blooms only get about half, maybe a third this size, and you need to replace them every year because they don't survive the winter. These are hardy. You get the tropical look, but these can withstand the cold winter and come back every year.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing us something like that, because I thought that all tropical plants, for example, were only tropicals, but that we have the option that they could be hardy like this and come back every year and live through a very, very cold winter, the root, right? Fewer than how many? Fewer than 500 remain now.
I mean, these may not be back next year. Who knows? We don't know what we can have yet. So please get these while you have the opportunity, especially at this price, because this is going to be a plant that keeps on giving every year. Very little work on your part and a big showcase curb appeal, instant curb appeal in your yard. People will notice these. They will notice this color variety, which is not common. You're going to get those shades of pink with a red eye. Beautiful 8-inch blooms. And I want you to see these, I'm just perfectly transparent. These are faux blooms because this is a midsummer blooming plant.
Right.
So we can't force these to grow these flowers this early in the season.
But these are bloomers.
But I want you to see the buds that are real buds that are all over this plant. And they are soon going to open up into these giant flowers.
You're kidding. They're all ready to go.
And, you know, don't worry. A lot of people are asking, is my hibiscus dead? Because right now it looks like a brown stick. No, it's supposed to look like a brown stick right now because it doesn't really start the leafing out until late May. By a month after that, you're going to start seeing these buds, and then pretty soon after that, these giant flowers, because it sleeps in. It's
300 left. That is it.
Midsummer to through the fall flower that really is gorgeous. And something this beautiful, you think, oh, it must be
200
an annual.
left.
It can't do this every year. But this comes back and does this for you every single year.
It's so great.
Amazing.
At this price right now, under $20. No, I mean, obviously, I think these are going to sell out right now. But if we had any left, this would be the lowest price that you're going to see it for the whole entire season. That's why it's a today only price.
Yeah.
Take advantage. Get a few. How beautiful. I mean, this would make the whole entire deck.
Yeah,
Like, I only have a little deck, and I'm thinking,
this
like,
on your deck or in your yard.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
It is.
For
It's truly
20
stunning.
bucks?
And it could go in a container and in the ground.
Absolutely. Big container.
Perfect.
18 to 24-inch pot.
18 to 24-inch pot. Wonderful. So there is your Summerific